Welcome back. You're taking a live look outside with our tower cam of downtown Augusta. This is the Fox 54 Weather Now Tower Cam Network, sponsored by Brighter Side Roofing. You see the lights in downtown Augusta are looking bright right now under mainly partly cloudy skies. Looking at live Doppler radar, you can see where those clouds are working their way into the area. Those clouds are not bringing any rainfall, but where we are seeing some rainfall is up just to the north of Edgefield. So anywhere around Saluda, Batesburg, Moneta, Ridge Springs, looks like you might get wet within the next 15 minutes or so. Got a little bit of an upper level disturbance working its way into the area from the northwest, and if these showers and storms up here in the upstate stay together, we may see an isolated shower or thunderstorm throughout the overnight hours, but for the most part we're going to be dry. As you can see, we're pretty much dry all across the southeast. Right along the coast is where we're seeing the most of the rain activities. That's where most of the moisture is. We'll see it on the water vapor imagery. Had a very active sea breeze front right along the coast, stretching from Jacksonville all the way up into the Carolinas. And then out here to the west, you can see where we just have this little disturbance trying to come through. But the fact that we don't have any heating of the day right now, it's very hard for those showers and storms to develop right now. But we've got this stalled out frontal boundary basically just sitting over us. So areas out to the east did see the scattered showers and storms develop in areas along the coast. But further inland you went, we didn't see any activity whatsoever at all. But check out these dew points. It's still feeling very uncomfortable outside because there's just there's a lot of moisture out there, and you can see in these numbers with the dew points in the mid to upper 70s, a little bit drier up in McCormick and Edgefield in the mid to upper 60s, but for the most part you just walk outside and it's like instant sweat, and it does feel very uncomfortable. Temperature wise, it's warm. 76 degrees in Augusta, 82 in Aiken. We got 80 in Barnwell. We also have 80 degrees in Waynesboro. Further to the north, McCormick, 82 degrees. We got 80 in Washington. Thompson, near 81 degrees. We're still talking the tropics, but we're not talking about Debbie anymore. This is potential tropical cyclone 5, and eventually it will become tropical storm Ernesto. It's still way out in the middle of the Atlantic, but you can see this forecast track continuing off to the west and northwest and eventually curving off to the north and becoming a Category 1 hurricane over the next 5 to 7 days. Right now it just has winds of 30 miles per hour, but that pressure is dropping, and you can see it is moving off to the west-northwest about 23 miles per hour. So it's a very fast moving at this time, and of course we are expecting further development, but for the time being it's not going to have any impacts here on the CSRA, and as this storm system continues to develop, we will certainly keep you posted. Now back here in the CSRA, we're looking at Futurecast. We're starting the clock at 11 o'clock. We're going all the way into tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Headed out the door to work or car line, we have readings in the 70s and a little bit of cloud cover, maybe some patchy fog around. But then as we head through the day, by the 10 o'clock hour, that fog should dissipate. We'll see partly cloudy skies. It'll be another hot and humid day. And by 4 o'clock, as you're running through car line, we may see that isolated thunderstorm develop. As we look at our forecast for tonight, we're looking at a low temperature of 73 degrees. Patchy fog will develop after midnight, maybe an isolated shower. Tomorrow morning fog, hot, humid, 93 degrees for that high temperature. Your 7-day forecast shows that 20% chance for that isolated shower tomorrow afternoon, ramping it up to a 40% chance on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we're going to dry things out, a little bit cooler, high temperatures in the upper 80s. We're going to keep the upper 80s through the end of the week. Then we get another frontal boundary just in time for the weekend to ramp those rain chances back up. That's a look at weather.